Hey guys, welcome to King's Wrestling Talk, and we are pretty much, as of Monday, a week away from WrestleMania 34, guys. It has come so fast, guys. I can't believe it. We're almost a week away, and we're on the road to WrestleMania 34, and I feel like this whole year has come so fast. I could just see as yesterday it was the Royal Rumble, guys, and we were just starting off the road to WrestleMania, was building up the storyline for the Royal Rumble, and now we've gone through Elimination Chamber, Fastlane, and now the big one, WrestleMania. So guys, as you can see behind me, my toy collection, somewhat of a toy collection that I have. I'll give you a quick little tour quickly. So if you come up here, we've got the box of, I think he's here, CM Punk, pop vinyl from up there, you know, you've got Small Soldiers, another pop vinyl over in the corner. Yeah guys, just that there. Major Chip Hazard, got some Mario stuff, the Finn Balor NXT figurine that was in the 2K17 NXT edition. Obviously the box behind it that I've got a few signatures signed that I went and seen NXT in Melbourne. William Regal. And then just around the side I've got some autographs from Hornswoggle, Tommy Dreamer, MVP, Carlito, Jay Lethal, couple of Jay Lethal, couple of Christopher Daniels, the Nakamura that was in the 2K17 edition. We've got the plaque from Survivor Series 2011 when CM Punk won the WWE Championship. One of the posters from Raw Australia tour, and then just standing alone, the Booker T one, the Booker T WCW one. But yeah, long story short, I was meant to see Booker T last year, and he cancelled coming down to Melbourne. So, oh wait, let me just fix that up. He cancelled coming down to Melbourne, so we didn't get to see Booker T, which was a little bit disappointing because it was around about the same time when, it would have been early last year, when David Otunga was on the commentary table for Raw. And he left to do filming for a movie or something like that, and Booker T had to cover for him, so he cancelled coming down to Australia in like the House of Hardcore tour, so we missed out on seeing him. So I got that ticket signed, so hopefully he'll come back down to Australia one day and I'll get to meet him and get him to sign it. But you know, when that day comes, fingers crossed. So guys, we're going to jump into the WrestleMania 34 predictions, guys. We're going to jump off with the André the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So the André the Giant Memorial Battle Royal has had past winners like Cesaro, Baron Corbin, The Big Show. I think that's all it at the moment. That's just the three. I think there's anyone else. I don't think. Correct me, anyone. I think there's only three. If there is any more, comment below. Tell me. I'm pretty sure it was just three. But yeah, guys, so this year, you know, it's just really for jobbers, to be quite honest, you know. André the Giant Memorial has just lost that prestige. It's nothing really special anymore, to my opinion, you know. But to a lot of other people, they might not think that. But I just think the prestige and everything's just gone from it. Yeah, it'll most likely be on the pre-show, I take it. If I have to pick one, I'm hoping that Woke and Matt Hardy wins the André the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Then we'll jump on to the second match, and that is the Women's Battle Royal, which will most likely be featured on the show. So, in the female, I'll just check on my computer and see who's in the female one. So at the moment, in the female one, you have Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan, Naomi, Natalya, Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, Bayley, and Lana. They have all been, all the picks that have been announced for the Women's WrestleMania Battle Royal. If I had to pick out of them ones at the moment, which I'll probably have surprise guests on the night, no doubt. You'll have some of the past women that'll most likely be in the André the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Kind of like how the Royal Rumble guys, they bring the older women back, just, you know, to highlight them on the grander stage and more. WrestleMania 34. I do see, if anyone, coming down to Sasha Banks and Bayley. I think that should have been one match that was on WrestleMania. Definitely a match that is not on the card, and I think, you know, that had great potential. Like, obviously, you look back at past history, their NXT TakeOver match they had was absolutely amazing. So this match, no doubt, would have been absolutely amazing once again. And I would have loved to have seen Bayley turn heel and Sasha Banks be the face, because it's something different, nothing that we normally don't see, you know. But Sasha Banks is a really great heel, and obviously if it went that way, I would have been more than happy. And by the looks of it, Sasha Banks is turning heel. So yeah, guys, thought I'll just fill you in with that little bit of information that Sasha Banks is turning heel. So yeah, if I have to pick, I reckon Sasha Banks, or I could see Becky Lynch winning it. I'll definitely go with Sasha Banks for that one. I think Sasha Banks, and also the people that are in the guys Royal Rumble for André the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. You have Dash Wilder, Scott Dawson, Baron Corbin, Mojo Rawley, Ty Dillinger, Matt Hardy, Woken Matt Hardy, excuse me guys, Dolph Ziggler, Tyler Breeze, and Fan Dango. So obviously there is that pick as well if you wanted to choose from, but obviously with my pick out of them just now would have to be Matt Hardy. And also, guys, I did miss one, and that was Mojo Rawley. He was also one of the winners from the André the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And I don't think the Big Show won one, I don't think. I don't know. 22, 23. He might have. Because WrestleMania 30 was when they announced the André the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, I'm pretty sure. And Cesaro won that one by eliminating the Big Show. And then the Big Show won the following year. And then it was Baron Corbin, WrestleMania 32. And 33 was Mojo Rawley. Yeah, so yeah, that is right, guys. So, so then we're going to go to the next match, guys, which will be, we'll just take them in order because I'm looking on Wikipedia. Obviously this is match I'm looking forward to the most, guys, and that is the in-ring return of the Yes Movement, or the Yep Movement, or, you know, that one and only Daniel Bryan, guys. So I'm really excited to see Daniel Bryan make his in-ring return. And you know what, guys, I'm going to say it now, the true face of the WWE and the true face of the company, and not Roman Reigns. He is the guy, guys. He has the people behind him. He is just, there's nothing like Daniel Bryan. I can't describe it, you know, to you guys. Everyone can, what's what I'm after? Everybody can relate to Daniel Bryan, you know. He's just got that work ethic, you know. Well, you know, some storylines with the Authority, how you get forced down on a day-to-day job, you know, you don't succeed on every level. Or, you know, there's some days where things are not going to be great. And I look at it, Daniel Bryan, and I look at things like that, you know, how the Authority kept him down for so long. And, you know, he made his way up. We followed behind him. We made sure that he got what he needed, you know. Because if we didn't give the support that we needed behind him, when it was back in 2000 and, would have been early 2012, 11, when everyone started to get behind him and give him that push. And then in 2013, when he faced John Cena at SummerSlam 2013, I was just like, yes, Daniel Bryan has made it. And then when Randy Orton came out, I thought he was going to cash in, and I had a feeling Triple H was going to screw him, and that was a pretty good storyline. And then to see it all come back to back at WrestleMania 30, Triple H, Daniel Bryan, whoever wins goes on into the main event, and Daniel Bryan won that match and made his way into the triple threat with Randy Orton and Batista. And that night, guys, Daniel Bryan became the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And that was just an awesome night to close the show. And, you know, the next night on Raw, that overwhelming relief that, you know, he has finally done it. And to see it all get taken away due to injury was just heartbreaking, guys. And now that he's back, I'm really excited to see when he'll get the next title picture. You know, I know it's only early talk now. He's literally only just been cleared to wrestle, and he's jumping back in with Shane McMahon in a tag team match against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And I know it's only early talk, but I can't wait. Hopefully we see something at SummerSlam with Daniel Bryan and Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm really hoping for something like that, because I do see Nakamura defeating AJ at WrestleMania. So, obviously, there's some dream matches to be there, guys. Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, Finn Balor, Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, and Daniel Bryan and Samoa Joe. A lot of great matches to see inside of a WWE ring that we've also seen outside of Ring of Honor. Also, you know, there's a lot more other independent shows out there that, you know, have had recordings from stuff that we have seen. Some people have seen. But yeah, so obviously it'll be Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. If I have to pick, you know, guys, as much as I don't really want it, I think Daniel Bryan needs to have this first win back. I do see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn winning this match, only because of the fact is, if Owens and Zayn win, they are rehired. But if, you know, Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan win, they stay fired. So I don't see the storyline of Owens and Zayn being fired forever. Obviously they're going to win, that makes sense. So obviously it'll be Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, but I am hoping for Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. I could possibly see on Raw the next night Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon just showing up, depending on if Kurt Angle gets fired with Triple H, because no doubt they'll win as well in their match. So they could show up on Raw and have a new GM, and, you know, anything can happen like that. So, you know, hopefully, fingers crossed, Daniel Bryan and Shane win. Also, I have been hearing, guys, that Shane McMahon may miss WrestleMania if he's not cleared. He had diverticulitis, and he's come down really sick, and he had to go to hospital. It came out with the storyline of just Shane McMahon slowly coming back before WrestleMania, and I would have booked the match with Daniel Bryan, but also, you know, some things can take a turn on real life, and obviously Shane McMahon, something did happen. So there's a possibility that Shane McMahon may miss WrestleMania, and if that does happen, I have heard that Kane would be the tag team partner for Daniel Bryan and return as Team Hell No, and obviously Kane would take the pin for Daniel Bryan, because obviously they wouldn't want Daniel Bryan to take the pin. I wouldn't book that, but knowing Vince McMahon, he probably would, just so Roman gets another foot in the door. Yeah, so I reckon if that's the case, Kane would take the pin. But hopefully we see Shane McMahon, because this storyline is built up for so long. I think it needs to come to an end. And with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, I think this is the perfect time to end it on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania 34. So then we'll go on to the next match, guys, and that'll be Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon in a mixed tag team match, guys. So this match here, guys, I'm really, really excited for. I'm really excited to see how the fans treat Ronda at WrestleMania 34. I think it's going to be a wake-up call. Not much a wake-up call, but sorry, guys. I don't think it's going to be a wake-up call. I think it's going to be something to see, because the greatest fans go to WrestleMania every year. Like, it's just something about it. It's either you make it or break it at WrestleMania. And I'm going to be very curious to see what actually happens with that kind of storyline. Will Ronda get that booing because another woman like her coming into the WWE, you know, her name is big. Yes, Ronda Rousey, the undefeated woman, 12-0 in a UFC octagon, and, you know, her name was big in UFC, but this is a WWE, and a lot of heat may generate against it, and it could, you know, set her back just a bit. I'm curious to see what her wrestling move style is going to be like. It's going to be somewhat interesting, because, you know, she's been training for a while now, and I want to see if this training is pulled out. I think, you know, she's going to need a little bit more time, especially on the mic. But, you know, practice makes perfect, and you're not going to have something built overnight. So hopefully, you know, Ronda can push through that, and hopefully the New Orleans crowd will give her a warm, hot welcome. But, you know, Triple H and Cedric McMahon, I think, obviously, they're not going to win, especially because it's Ronda Rousey's first match, and I do see Ronda Rousey being a lot like the Stone Cold authority figure kind of look like, you know, how like Stone Cold was against the boss, you know, against Vince McMahon back in the Attitude Era, how it was just like, hey, ain't no one's gonna fuck with me because I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know. So I do see it a lot like that, having like that figure of Stone Cold inside Ronda Rousey against the authority. You're not going to tell me what to do, I run the show, pretty much. So I do think Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle are going to get the win on this one, guys. I'm just going to take a quick break, just 2 quick seconds. I've just got to get my laptop charger, but we'll be back in just 2 seconds, guys. Thank you. Hey guys, sorry about that. Welcome back. So the next match will be Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali. So that will be for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Now, the Cruiserweights in particular have just failed all last year. And now that Triple H is in charge of the Cruiserweight division, I think, honestly, I haven't been watching it personally, but I have been hearing a lot, and what I've seen, just little clips on what they've been uploading onto YouTube from the WWE, I think it's been very, very interesting. A lot more, I don't really know the word, but it's been a lot more interesting and a lot more different to what you would see just with the Cruiserweights from when Vince was running it. So, yeah, it's different, and I think it could have a very good chance to succeed. And I would really like to see this match on the main show, not on the pre-show. I think this could definitely get everybody's attention on the match and go, whoa, you know, these two participants in the Cruiserweight, especially Cedric Alexander, he's just in-ring performance is just so amazing, and on the grandest stage from all. And don't put handcuffs on them, let them just go all out with their flips and their high flyers. Let them go and let them show what they're actually capable of, and make sure that everybody has to tune in each week to 205 Live. I think, you know, that's the best place to do it. And don't put on the pre-show, because not everybody watches the pre-show. You want everybody to watch WrestleMania and go, right, them two guys right there, I want to watch them on 205 Live, and let that just evolve, and let them check out other talent on 205 Live. And I reckon, you know, if it's done like that, it can work. But if I had to pick myself, I just think one person, Cedric Alexander, Cruiserweight Champion, I think that guy deserves something shocking, especially when they had the Cruiserweight Classics and everyone was just like behind Cedric Alexander, and Triple H come out and they were like, hire him, and Triple H come out and go like, he's hearing you, and he is part of the WWE now, which is awesome to see. But nah, Cedric Alexander, I believe, and I think should win that match. The next match will be a triple threat tag team match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. You have the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, versus the New Day, Big E, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, versus the Bludgeon Brothers, Harper and Rowan. So, I have heard, guys, that this triple threat tag team match will be a TLC ladders match or just a normal ladders match. So hopefully we'll see that on SmackDown. They will probably announce that, no doubt, on Tuesday. I'll get it. But I'll get it on Wednesday because we're a day ahead in Australia. So when we watch WrestleMania, you will be getting it on the Sunday and we'll be getting it on the Monday morning. So we'll be watching that on Monday morning next week. What else? Yeah, so the triple threat tag team match, I definitely think that, well, the Bludgeon Brothers have been on a roll, and I don't see them stopping the Bludgeon Brothers, so I could possibly see new tag team titles change hands and go to the Bludgeon Brothers. But I could possibly also see the Usos retain. I don't think the New Day is going to win the titles. It'll definitely come down to the Usos and the Bludgeon Brothers if it does become a ladder match. Personally, I would like to see the Usos win it. I think they've just had an awesome title run, and I think this would just be another little icing on top of the cake just to cement their tag team title run, and especially on the grand stage of them all, WrestleMania 34. So hopefully the Usos win that. The next match will be the tag team match for the Raw tag team titles. Cesaro and Sheamus defending it against Braun Strowman and a mystery partner. Now, guys, that mystery partner has been talked about a lot, guys. So many rumours going on about it. I personally believe that the mystery opponent will be Dean Ambrose, guys. I just think it's... I've heard that, like, this is the leak at the moment. Like, I did feel like it could be Samoa Joe. I would like to see Samoa Joe. But he has been booked for the greatest Royal Rumble. And it's a 50-man Royal Rumble. And they've already booked the Intercontinental title match. And it will be Finn Balor versus The Miz versus Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe. So I take it Braun Strowman won't either win the Raw tag team titles or that Braun Strowman will have another partner. So I think it could possibly be Dean Ambrose, guys. I think it just makes sense. I think he's almost ready to return now. He's been out for a while, so I think it's about time for him to come back. A shame that he's not coming back as a heel and facing Seth Rollins. I would have really liked to have seen that at WrestleMania. But I do think we will see a new IC title change hands at WrestleMania, but we'll get into that in just a minute. But if I have to pick, it'll definitely be Dean Ambrose, I reckon. But other rumour names I have heard is it could be Kane, but you know they've got to keep him occupied for Shane now. So if that mucks up, then Kane's a chuck in for Daniel Bryan. So Kane could be an option for Braun Strowman if things work out with Shane. Big Kaz, Samoa Joe. Who else was there? Elias has been a name that's been tossed around if he may be the mystery opponent, but I'm still going with Dean Ambrose, guys. And if they do win, I'm definitely going to go with Braun Strowman and Dean Ambrose if he does return to win the tag team titles. The next match is for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. And this is a match that I'm really looking forward to, guys. And I've been so excited ever since Asuka won the 2018 Royal Rumble. I was just like, whoa, we have to see this match against Charlotte. Because I don't see Charlotte winning this match. I do see Asuka's streak coming to an end in the near future. I will say it will most likely be WrestleMania next year, and I do see that match being in the main event of WrestleMania 35, and most likely will be against Ronda Rousey. So, if I have to pick with that one, Charlotte Flair has had a lot of accomplishments, but I don't think this accomplishment is going to be ending Asuka's undefeated streak. but it would be a shocker if it did. I would not see it coming. So, you know, WrestleMania has been the typical unexpected wave thing for things to happen. But the biggest shocker would be if Carmella was the one to cash in on Asuka after she wins the title from Charlotte. I have heard that Carmella could be the one to end Asuka's undefeated streak. I know we're probably just like, do you really WWE want to do that? But it would be a shocker. You wouldn't see it coming. And a lot of fans then, you know, could definitely get that heel hate against Carmella as her title run would go. So yeah, you know, Carmella's a big name in it, but I don't think it will happen. I think they'll find a way with Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. Somehow the Money in the Bank briefcase will get, with Carmella, will get transferred over to Raw, and then, you know, from there on then, Carmella will be the Raw money holder, and she'll cash in on Raw. So, but yeah. If I have to pick, I'm going to go with Asuka. Asuka will become the new SmackDown Women's Champion. The next match, not really looking forward to, but, you know, will be interesting to see who wins. Will be Asuka versus Nia Jax for the Raw Women's Championship. The storyline build-up has just been very boring. Like, I don't like fat shaming. It's just, yeah, it's nothing really interests me. I don't really find that stuff really fun. Not for me anyway. But yeah, a lot of people are different. I think this match could be interesting, but at the same time, I don't think it will be. I think Nia Jax is going to become the new Raw Women's Champion. I don't think Alexa Bliss is going to retain the title, so I'm going to go with Nia Jax and jump straight on to the next match. Will be a fatal 4-way for the United States Championship now. We were going to have a triple threat, but just this past Tuesday, for you guys, Wednesday for me, this past Tuesday, on Tuesday night SmackDown, Rusev got added to the United States Championship picture. We were going to see a triple threat with Randy Orton, Bobby Roode and Jinder Mahal, but now we have a fatal 4-way, and I think it will be a fatal 4-way Rusev Day Mania, Rusev Day new United States Champion. I'm hoping Rusev does win that title, because Bobby Roode needs to turn heel. Jinder Mahal, I don't have any cares for at all. I just don't find his character interesting one bit. It's not my cup of tea. And Randy Orton is Randy Orton. You know, his finisher move is himself pretty much, you know. He just sells the RKO in my point of view. But I think Rusev, with the momentum he has behind him, and with Aiden English being the voice for Rusev, is just so powerful. Coming out with, "It's Rusev Day." I think that is just so awesome and so creative, especially on behalf. You know, it's just really, really good. So I'm going to go with Rusev, especially, I hope, fingers crossed, that he wins the United States Championship. The next match, guys, will be for the Intercontinental Championship, and that'll be against The Miz defending his Intercontinental title versus Seth Rollins, and I'm pretty sure it won't be just getting the normal Finn Balor. I reckon for WrestleMania we're going to get the Demon Finn Balor, so hopefully fingers crossed for Demon. This storyline has been pretty good, guys. I'm really excited to see the outcome, you know. I really hope Seth Rollins wins the IC title, but at the same time, I'm kind of hoping Finn Balor does, you know. So I'm happy with either, really, whoever wins the title. Just as long as The Miz doesn't win. I think, you know, I'm sick really just over The Miz at the moment. He's just becoming repetitive, you know. But nah, hopefully Seth Rollins wins. If I have to pick, I'm going to go with Seth Rollins. He's going to be my pick for WrestleMania. But if not, Finn Balor. Finn Balor will be a really awesome Intercontinental Champion. The next match, another match I'm not really looking forward to, and hopefully it will not be the main event, and that is Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship. We all know who's going to win this. It's going to be Roman Reigns. As you know, everybody knows, he is the guy that WWE wants to be the face of the company, which we all know that he is not, and the real face of the company is now back, and he is Daniel Bryan. And if the schedule is going to be full time, then you cannot tell me that Daniel Bryan is the face of the company. Yes, if he goes to a part-time basis, but hopefully WWE, it's a tricky one at the moment because he's just come back from being cleared and you don't want to push him. But I believed in my heart that Daniel Bryan is that face of the company. You cannot get a fan-based reaction. Just watch WrestleMania 30 at the end. Everybody in that arena was so happy to see Daniel Bryan as champion. And every year WrestleMania comes around, Roman Reigns doesn't even get that reaction. So you can't tell me that he's the face of the company. It just doesn't work like that. But Roman Reigns will win the Universal Championship. Brock Lesnar will go bye-bye for a bit. Most likely we'll go back to UFC, and we'll most likely see Brock Lesnar back in the WWE ring in the near future, or if WWE does find a way on setting a part-time basis with UFC contract and a WWE contract, so we may see him in another match this year. Bobby Lashley is being rumoured to return the night after WrestleMania, but I have heard on the podcast, wouldn't it be cool if Bobby Lashley just came out and just speared Brock Lesnar and then Roman Reigns won? You know, I'd rather the opposite. Come out, spear Roman, and then Brock keeps the title. And then the next pay-per-view will be Backlash. Do triple threat, Bobby, Brock, Roman. Put title on the line. But knowing that, Brock Lesnar's schedule, he probably won't want to do that. So we'll have to wait and see. But Roman Reigns will definitely 100% be walking out Universal Champion. And then the main event that I believe should be for WrestleMania. This should not be an opening match. Should not be a middle match. This should be the main event for the WWE Championship. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. But before I get to that match, guys, I'm going to go back for one match that hasn't been announced yet. But I am pretty 100% positive it will be announced this Monday on Raw, or it will be announced at WrestleMania, and we'll get that. Will he be there? Will he not be there? And that will be John Cena versus The Undertaker. Now, I'm hoping that we get the American Badass. I made a video, I think about a month ago now, about how we could possibly see the American Badass, and everything's just falling into place. Kid Rock is going into the Hall of Fame this year, you know. Kid Rock did do the music, I believe, for The Undertaker's American Badass entrance back in the day, so they could do a live play version of it at WrestleMania for The Undertaker. Come down on that bike, rev the shit out of it, and just go around the ring like he does, and just park it to the side. I think WrestleMania, and that gimmick just goes really well, especially because of how last year's WrestleMania ended with The Undertaker taking off his hat, his jacket, his gloves, putting everything in the ring and saying, you know, I'm retiring The Undertaker gimmick. I don't think it would be very smart bringing it back. I do believe this is The Undertaker's last match for this year. I don't see it next year, and I think this will be his last match altogether. So, yeah, hopefully he does win, because I don't want to see Undertaker go out on a losing streak. I want to see his career go off in a bang. I want to see, yes, that's the Undertaker I remember from kicking ass back in the Attitude Era. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, we do see that. But if I'm going to pick my winner of that match, I'm going to go with The Undertaker. The build-up for this, John Cena has been selling it on his own, so tops off to John Cena, because he has just... It's been very interesting each week. I didn't like the bit with Kane coming out. That really bored me a little bit, but the promo work that John Cena has been doing inside that ring has just been really, really, really spot on, and I love it. But now, guys, going back to the main event, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship. Man, oh man. If anybody hasn't seen the Wrestle Kingdom match they did a couple of years ago back at Wrestle Kingdom, go and watch that, because they went all out, and I'm hoping WWE let them go all out, because that match back then was a classic, and I'm so looking forward to them tearing down the house at WrestleMania 34. I honestly think Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win the WWE Championship, but I think AJ Styles is going to come off looking very strong after WrestleMania. I honestly think he'll get drafted to Monday Night Raw, and he'll be probably he'll probably be the first or maybe second opponent to face Roman Reigns for the Universal title. Maybe Samoa Joe, I think he'll be the returning one. I think we'll definitely see Roman Reigns go against Samoa Joe. But also, as I did say, the greatest Royal Rumble ever. They've got Samoa Joe booked into the IC title pictures, so I'll have to wait and see. But going back to AJ and Nakamura, the style, just the promo work and the video packaging and everything they're doing, and Nakamura has just a knee to face, and it's just really good. Just small things like that I pick up, you know, and it's just been really, really good. And hopefully AJ Styles will be 100%, because rumours were going around that he's not 100%. His leg may be injured, and I just don't want them a week before WrestleMania to go, AJ Styles is not cleared for WrestleMania, and they've got to pull something out of the hat, because in my opinion that is the main event for WrestleMania, and that's the match I'm definitely looking forward to. But the Daniel Bryan return, I'm looking forward to the most now. After that, that's just got my full attention with Daniel Bryan. I cannot wait. But I do believe that AJ Styles and Nakamura will tear down the house, and that should be the main event, because I think fans will go home happy. Roman, yes, is going to win the Universal title, and the fans are not going to be happier with that at WrestleMania. Fans around the world watching may have different opinion, but you don't want fans, hardcore fans that go there, spend that money. For people that don't want that, to go home with that ending, you want to send them home with definitely AJ and Nakamura to tear down the house. But guys, we are going to be doing a giveaway soon, guys. It is coming. I do apologise. I've been trying to get around to it, guys, but with work and that, it does get hectic sometimes. But it is ready. I'll figure something out in the next video. We'll do the giveaway. If you want to, actually we'll do it now. If you want to enter your name into the giveaway, comment below. Tell me, let's go, what can we do, guys? What can we do? 2 seconds figuring something out. Alright, yeah, I've figured something out. So, at WrestleMania 34, who's going to win the WWE title? Will it be Shinsuke Nakamura or AJ Styles? Comment below who you think's going to win, and whoever wins out of AJ or Nakamura, I will pick the winner of whoever picked the right answer. So AJ Styles and Nakamura, comment below who you think's going to win. Remember to like, subscribe and share, guys, and we will see you back for more King's Wrestling Talk, guys. And we will see you on the road to WrestleMania, and we'll be here the night after. We'll do live reviews for WrestleMania all that day. I'll try and get them up straight up, because I know that people like to watch the live reviews straight away. So I'll definitely try to get them up and going as fast as I can, and especially the night after for the Raw after WrestleMania and the SmackDown after WrestleMania. We'll also do live reviews, guys. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you back on the road to WrestleMania. And thank you for watching King's Wrestling Talk.